Välkommen disc golf fans, and welcome to the 2023 Swedish Disc Golf Pro Tour Championships. We're here for the back nine of round one, presented by Discraft. Big shout out to our Patreon fans and our supporters, as my name is Chris German, and alongside me we have Derek Skoll.
What is up, everybody? Another special shout out to all of the contributing partners here for the Swedish Disc Golf Pro Tour. It has been such a pleasure bringing these events to you, and we are looking forward to bringing you many more. So let's jump right into our back nine.
Yeah, hole 10, the shortest hole on the course, 164 feet, only 50 meters, par 3. Pretty tight though, so it's not a given, as we see right there. Gap
Not really many.
2 meters wide there.
Yeah, I was going to say not really many options either. It's just kind of that one line, and that's it. Kind of surprising to see Elias go with a forehand, actually.
Fritiof making it look easy. As we're at the Brickebergs DGB, I believe that's how it's pronounced here.
I have to bring 17
Or Brickebergs. Let us know in the comments. We're learning, folks, so we appreciate your patience with these pronunciations. Oh, whoa!
Filip making it
man.
rain.
What
Deep.
a sick turnover right into the guts of the basket. Holy cow.
Great
That's
angle.
awesome. So sick.
I mean, 4 under now. You got to be feeling good, riding high.
Yeah.
He knows all he has to do is just walk this in and just keep his foot on the pedal, and he'll be playing again later today. This Jim is in. Elias for the birdie as well, and
Wow.
kind of got stuck to his hand or something there. Actually got close to finding the OB.
That'd have been a morale killer, having one of the best drives on the card and throwing away into OB like that. So I'm really glad he was able to walk away with the par at least.
Fritiof to get on the scorecard with a 1 under now. So everyone on our card under par.
So hole 11 is a par 4, swings left at 440 feet, 134 meters. Looks like a Mando there close to the green, but really you're just, we've said it before, somewhat of a serpentine pattern here. You're just going to want to finish left to give yourself an opportune approach for your next.
So Filip really lets that get far down the fairway. These par 4s, other than maybe 1 or 2 of them, they come in pretty short. A lot of them under 500 feet. So as long as you get a lot off your first drive, it could really make it pretty easy to get the birdie. Just have to stay clean.
Yeah, and this hole does require a very specific shape. Something that's going to glide too much, go too much forward. Straight, you're definitely going to be pinched off there. That is kind of hard to tell. The wind is picking up, so it could have carried a bit.
I like the creativity though. That's like some Dennis forehands, some lefty flex forehands. Sets up for that sort of shot if you have it.
It's going to be troublesome over there for Jim.
This is not great either. That's just the pitch out.
All right.
Fritiof making progress as Filip can see the basket from there and almost puts another one in. Tree kick kind of pushes Elias a little deep of the basket.
And just as I thought, Jim was a little too far right, so having to really finesse something by that Mando.
Able to save his par though, left side. The wind is picking up, and this is not the green you want the wind to pick up on with the slightly raised basket.
Nice nose down stab at the basket.
Luukkonen able to save his par. Filip as well. Fritiof, 2 in a row now.
Confidence is coming back.
Where it matters most. Hole 12, 289 feet, 88 meter par 3, a very straight shot. Probably only about a 2 to 3 meter gap. So throw what you know and throw it straight. Being under 100 meters, relatively short, so we should just see some putters in mid-ranges. Not the worst outcome there for Fritiof, dropping right on the fairway.
Oh. Make it right, maybe? Yeah.
And it had the distance. All right. You just never know what could happen if you're throwing a little too high. Those kicks could be really deadly from high up just because it gives more air time for it to carry either direction of the fairway.
Yeah, this is a tough one to
That's
take a
exactly
kick
how you
on.
want. Oh my God.
Oh! Almost skips in the basket, going long.
Fritiof sticking to that hyzer angle on the forehand, so he's going to find himself pin high but to the right.
It's Elias.
Oh, wow. Elevator action there from the band.
Birdie, that is a cheeky putt. Big hyzer angle.
Splash out there on the weak side there for Fritiof.
Filip for birdie. Put him at 5 under. Commanding lead. Hole 12 was middle of the pack. Played exactly 3. So a lot of.
Hole 13, another zigzag and winding path through the trees, 243 foot, par 3, 74 meters. Stock forehand for most people, most likely.
Yeah, another pretty short hole.
I was just going to say short enough to lend for standstill action.
I'd say this is a must get for these guys.
Oh, splits it, comes up a little short though.
It's looking like another par for Jim. He needs to get 1 or 2 more birdies to try to secure this top 4. 2 other cards playing.
Oh, I like the
Ooh.
creativity there.
Yeah, just gets caught up by that one tree, but
Sit down.
that was fun.
Oh, solid bid there for Jim.
Big par save for Elias, and a little far right. Philip not able to grab the birdie. And one that I
Yeah.
thought he would get.
Yeah, and sticking to the height though with such a downgrade behind the basket, you know, leaving yourself a downhill putt. You don't want to bid too high, or you could really be in trouble.
So Fritiof erases that bogey that he took on hole 12. So Elias takes away the birdie that he took on hole 12. Mixed scores on the card as we're going to move into hole 14, par 4, 636 foot, just under 200 meters. We have OB over there to the left. Goes kind of how the beginning of the course started. We kind of fall into these nice fairways, a little more room in terms of these fairways and gaps. And your second shot, you have a couple guardian trees that you have to get through on a left to right moving shot. Not a crazy amount of danger here. So we do have some OB over there left, but I think it's kind of hard to find.
From what it looked like on the drone, it does look like you'd benefit from being slightly short and middle to right of the fairway.
Yeah, that's pretty good there. It needs to fade, and it does last second. Oh. Oops. It's going to be a tough look there for Jim.
Oh boy. That's getting risky.
Yeah, that's bringing that OB into play on the left.
Backhand roller, it looked like.
Yeah, he's basically taking every shot he has and throwing it at this course today. It's kind of what... It's probably the common miss. You just kind of get caught up by them trees. Fritiof, though, is able to get inside the circle.
Oh, close shave there. Finds himself based.
Go float.
Elias trying to save his birdie. He's looking at par. And he's able to get his par. As this came in as the easiest hole. So with the last hole, hole 13, and then this hole, hole 14, we had the second easiest and then the most easy hole on the course. So these are 2 strokes that you want to be getting. Otherwise, you are losing some to the field. Good birdie from Fritiof. The wind picking up. Goes through his routine. Takes his time. Jim is in right before it gets really swirly. Luckily, no putting needed for that birdie. So we had 0 bogeys from the field on that hole.
Hole 15, 246, 75 meter par 3, looking like an island green coming right out of the mouth of the woods. Nothing really more to say about that.
Yeah, if you do not find yourself inbounds, you will go to a drop zone. Fritiof is the first one to fall victim to that.
Doesn't really give you a lot of room to play the hyzer angle into the green with a backhand, that is.
Yeah. As that gets in there, basically skips right through the mouth of the OB, which is where the drop zone is. So very fortunate there, as this is unfortunate.
And you saw how close it was to that tree there on the right coming out of the tee area.
So we get 3 forehands and 1 backhand, and Luukkonen knows it out of his hand. He pulled that. It's 3 for 4, finding the out of bounds in a crucial time. And then Fritiof making that putt tough.
The wind is no joke.
Yeah, it just kind of sailed on him. Probably wanted to give it a little bit of a bid and then just carried. Ljungqvist is able to find metal. Big putt for Fritiof to only get it to 1 bogey. A double could have been backbreaking for the round. No birdie for Filip, but seeing the rest of the card take bogeys or worse, and you already sitting at 6 under.
Like you said, just kind of buckle down and play smart.
Elias with the unfortunate double.
I think this golfing can improve our community in many ways. It brings people together.
That maybe some of these kids who feel a little bit lost could find something like disc golf, find friends, find people to come together and play the sport.
Encouraging people to work together, kids to know one another, love one another.
A way for these kids to have a really fun thing to do together.
I think that's what we need in the world, love one another and do life together.
Home stretch to this first round. Final 4 makes it as we go into hole 16. Just under 100 meters, 300 feet. Not really a lot of OB to contend with or danger. Just kind of throw your line here. You go to the left or the right of this tree. I would say that's kind of worst case scenario there, and you kind of can either give yourself a long look or just lay up for your par.
That's looking great. Little air bounce to boot.
Fritiof inside the circle, trying to erase and get another bounce back after his bogey.
Yeah. Nice.
I really like that play, going to the left, anticipating more of an anti-skip, so it straightens it out.
Yeah, Jim with the nice shot should be able to bounce back as well. And Luukkonen,
Yep.
great shot as well, putting them right inside the circle. Kind of what I predicted there, just a layup. bounce back. These guys have really been doing well at bouncing back after taking the bogeys, which you're bound to get at least one out here on these tight fairways and with the OB. These guys just keep showing why they are the best of the best in the Swedish Disc Golf Pro Tour.
All right, hole 17, 640 foot, 195 meter par 4. Looks like a double Mando here, so not a lot, not as much room as it looks. It's really just your landing space is probably going to be right around where the Mandos are. And a pretty guarded green as well.
Yeah, this one's a little tricky, I would say, for one of these more open holes at the course. Like you said, just kind of have to throw through the Mandos. The landing zone is kind of through the Mando, so you got to make sure you hit your line and you know where to land your disc 300, 350 feet down the fairway.
And see, that's going to be tough, a little far right.
I feel like Elias at this point is just going for the green.
Oh, sit.
He unfortunately turns it over.
Still get birdie. Ja, sit. Han är bra.
It's definitely the safe play.
Yeah, I mean, even if you come up short, giving yourself plenty of room to hit the Mando here, I mean, I can see a few different lines to kind of inch up into the green. So it definitely is a two-stage hole. Looks like Filip was not nearly as far right as I thought.
Elias really far right, having to throw a big turnover. But with that helping wind, it gets him.
Something else that I just picked up on is it does look like the Mando, the double Mando, is staggered. So one post or tree is further up than the other. I don't know if you necessarily see that too often.
Jim, unfortunately, not able to get the birdie. Fritiof was closer than I thought, and he is stoked. Reason being, 3 is the number that we're looking to get to with all the other cards coming in. Fritiof getting to 4, knowing all he has to do is take a par on the next hole, and he secures his spot. As Jim is battling it out with Hugo, as he needs to get to that 3 down to lock his spot, as he would be tied and would have the point standings benefit. So drama coming down to the final hole. Hole 18, pretty short par 3, only 200 feet, 61 meters. Some OB on the road over there, slightly raised basket.
So that path right behind the platform there is OB, or
No,
further
I think
back
it's the other side of the line, I believe. I could be wrong, but that's... maybe there's no OB over there. It doesn't look like it. As Fritiof hits the gap, that's the most important thing. And Jim putting it only about 20 feet away.
What is this? Where is this gonna? Oh man!
Oh, he hits the green And it rolls all the way away.
Wow.
That was incredible.
We've been delighted with some awesome turnover shots today.
Yeah, and Luukkonen just tearing it up with just throwing so many different types of shots out here. Scorecard would beg to differ as he tries to put it in to finish strong. As he knows he'll be going home.
Smart play by Fritiof.
All he needs is the par.
Oh. And I think at this point, Elias, I mean, why not run it?
Filip walks in a 6 under par, making it look easy. Ljungqvist to secure a spot into round 2. Gets the birdie and does so. Fritiof, what an amazing back 9 from Fritiof after being even going into hole 10.
And he came back, that's right. Bounce back story of the event so far. Here on
this is
18.
Very exciting stuff as we're going to take a look. Filip Dahlén with the 6 down, Fritiof 4, Jim with the 3, Elias throwing away some strokes there at the end to make them up. Good round overall, though. Like I said, he made it just off of point standings, tying up at 3 down. So with Filip, Fritiof, Elias, and Jim, they will be making it on to round 2. But we have the big boys, 1 through 4.
Super excited to bring you the action moving forward in this event. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you for round 2.